Hello and welcome to the Webcast for Monday, December 23rd. I'm South Ops meteorologist Jonathan O'Brien. Visible satellite this morning shows we have a good deal of mid and high-level clouds around once again. We also have about 1,000-foot deep marine layer that's bringing low clouds into some of the coastal areas. But with time today, we should see cloud cover generally on a decreasing trend, with most areas seeing at least partial, if not majority, sunshine by this afternoon. Today's a pretty quiet day. It should be a dry day and a little warmer thanks to that developing sunshine, with mid-60s to mid-70s in the valleys. Winds will be mostly light today, except for some locally breezy north to northwest flow from Santa Barbara County to the Grapevine. While today is quiet, we have a very active Pacific jet stream this week that's going to bring a series of troughs into the west coast. However, we also continue to see persistent ridging over the subtropics that's preventing those troughs from dropping too far south. As I step through the maps for the next several days here, you'll see a very distinct trough move through tomorrow, and that one is going to be our southernmost trough for the week. But from there, the pattern becomes more influenced by that ridging over Southern California, while the additional troughing remains generally well to our north, a meteorological squeeze play that's going to keep things very wet up north but stubbornly dry across the south. Our first weather system comes in tomorrow. Areas of rain will affect most of the region from early tomorrow morning through tomorrow evening, and you can see how the precipitation is heaviest over central California and then tends to weaken as it moves southward. Here's a look at the expected rainfall from that storm. Across central California, most foothill and mountain locations will receive between a half-inch and an inch of rainfall, except locally higher in the Sierra. Most coast and valley locations will receive between a tenth and a half inch of rainfall. Across Southern California, most locations will receive less than a tenth of an inch of rainfall, but there will be locally a quarter inch or a little more in the wetter foothills and mountains. The snow level will be between 6,000 and 7,000 feet with this storm, with a good dumping of snow across the Sierra, but little in the way of snow for the SoCal mountains. Along with the storm, strong southwest to northwest winds of 20 to 40 miles per hour with gusts to 60 miles per hour will surface across the mountain ridges and desert passes on Tuesday and Tuesday night. And we'll see some breezy north to northwest winds develop by Wednesday morning as the storm departs, but RHs will remain elevated, and combined with the preceding moisture, we're not expecting any fire weather issues. Temperatures will cool to a little below normal Tuesday through Thursday, with valley highs falling into the mid-50s to mid-60s. Here are Tuesday's forecast highs. After this first storm and a dry day for Christmas on Wednesday, additional periods of rain will move across central California, mainly from a Monterey-Fresno County line northward, from Thursday through the upcoming weekend. Accumulations over central California during that time will generally be similar to the Tuesday storm, but little to no rainfall is expected over Southern California from any of the systems later this week. In addition, the snow level will be rising late this week, near to above 8,000 feet, with some instances of rain on snow likely in the mid-elevations of the Sierra. Temperatures will warm from Friday through the weekend, with Southern California valleys getting back into the low to mid-70s for the weekend, but minimum humidity will be above 20% in all areas away from the deserts through the upcoming weekend, and winds will be mostly light overall and mainly influenced by onshore components. Dead fuel moistures will be mostly on rising trends this week, even over Southern California. Here are the forecast 100-hour fuel moistures for the South Coast. However, with most of the precipitation staying north, there will not be any significant increase in live fuel moisture or enough rainfall to induce low-elevation green-up over Southern California, and so the fire season will still continue on. Thankfully, however, this holiday week will be a quiet one, with little to no potential for large fire activity due to the moist conditions and lack of any offshore flow. But there is also no significant rain in sight for Southern California, and the pattern may become conducive for offshore winds again as early as the middle or end of next week. Obviously, that's a ways out, but something we'll be keeping an eye on. That's it for today's webcast. Thanks for joining us. The next one will be on Tuesday, December 24th.